guys, and welcome back to another week of building Felucia in Lego. This week I finally got around to building one of the main plants on Felucia. So without any further ado, let's get right into this episode. So before I actually show you the plant in full design, I'm going to first show you how I built each section of this plant. Just really quickly, I'm going to explain this to you guys. So first, what I got is two of these kind of curved corner pieces in tan. And then what I did to one of them is I stuck these pins right here into the little holes. And then I just stuck the other one right on top, just like that. And what you do is you make four of those. I made four of them. And then I got these big, I think they're 8x8 dishes. And I stuck a 2x2 reddish brown plate on the bottom, and that is to add some extra strength to it because this 2x2 right here, it isn't quite as strong. I don't really know why, but when I had those on there, it kept breaking and falling apart. But once I put these on there, it seemed to be a lot sturdier. So I put two of those on there, right there. And I will most likely be changing these to a dark brown because it'll just make it look a lot nicer. But I'll have to order those sometime in the future, and that'll probably be for next week. But then what you do is you simply just put them around like this to make a sphere, and then you'll just put the other one right on top like that. I'm not going to try and do it right now because it is kind of hard to line it up. But then what you'll do is you'll just stick one of these pins in there again, and then you can stick the opposite bottom dish right there onto the bottom right there, and it creates quite a sturdy connection right there. So yep, that's how I built this thing. So if you're interested in building it yourself, you can go ahead and do that. But now I'm gonna go and show you guys the plant. So guys, here is the plant fully built, and as you can see, it's just made up a ton of those sections right there. And as I was talking about before, how you can see the reddish brown little plates in there, I will be trying to change those to dark brown for the next episode. But yeah, I think this looks really, really nice. And as I said, it is quite fragile, but it is able to hold itself up, luckily. And I might try to add one more on for next week. I just kind of want to keep the design sturdy right now so I can show you guys. And I might try to put that one on for next week to see how it looks. But how I connected it is I just put another dish on the bottom and another pin in there, just connect it like that. I will try and figure out another way to connect it because that just kind of looked kind of weird. But if it does come to that, I will just use it like that because it doesn't look too bad, and amongst all the other plants, it'll blend in quite nicely. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to other matters of the mock. Not quite as exciting as the giant plant, but still important. And that is about the swamp speeders and how I got a comment on my last building Felucia week. And they suggested that I should not use this scale or try to modify the other one any further because of the scale and because it's kind of hard to fit detail into such a small set like this one. So they suggested that I would use the older swamp speeder. I'm not too sure what year it's from, but I originally didn't want to use that swamp speeder because I thought it would be too big to fit on this pathway. But now looking at it, I don't think it'll be much of a problem, and I can always just extend the pathway a little bit more if I need to. I don't know why I really thought that at the beginning, but I looked into the swamp speeder a little bit more and I really like the design, and so I will most likely be getting one of those to put in there. I did have one a while ago because I got one from Brick Fiesta like 2 years back, but I don't know where it went. For some reason it just seemed to disappear. I spent a good while looking for it. I just couldn't find it anywhere, but I did find one for a good deal on eBay, so I'll most likely be buying that based on the opinions of what you guys think. So the channel that suggests that to me will have a little card right up there at the top right. Be sure to go check them out. I can't think of their name right off the top of my head, but I do know that they are building an awesome huge Felucia mock as well. So be sure to go and check them out. So be sure to let me know what your guys' opinion on the swamp speeder is to help me make a final decision about what I should be putting on the mock. So the next quick thing I'm going to talk about is this flower, and it looks more like an octopus right now, to be honest, but about the flower and your guys' opinion on it. On the poll I did, a majority of you liked it, but there was a good amount who didn't like it, and that's kind of what I thought it was because I wasn't truly happy with this myself. I'm going to be kind of putting off the flower right now. and just kind of saving it for a later week because it is one of the hardest plants here to design. And so I'm going to be moving on to some other plants for the next future weeks, and I'm probably going to be saving this thing till last. So you'll just have to wait for the later updates to see how that plant comes out. And just two more quick little things I need to mention, and that is the first thing, how I ordered the parts to put the black tops onto these mushrooms, and I ordered some extra sprout pieces to add over here. Those parts did not come in on time, sadly, so I will not be able to put them in for this week, but I will definitely 100% be putting them on for next week, so be sure to be looking out for that. The last little quick thing I want to mention is that I will be putting an accolade somewhere on the mock. I'm probably going to be making this one just a little bit bigger, maybe extending the legs. This is actually a design by Lego, and it is from a little magazine I got over while I was in the UK, so some of you guys will probably know about it, but most of you guys will not. So it's really an awesome looking design, but it's a little bit small. I don't want to be having a huge accolade taking up a lot of space though, so I most likely will just be extending the legs, maybe the body a little bit more on that guy. So that about wraps up this week of building Felucia, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully by next week I will be able to have 4 of these guys up and maybe start on another type of plant. You guys will just have to wait and see what happens next week, but I feel like I got some decent amount of progress done this week, and let me know what you guys think of this plant, of course, down in the comments below. But other than that, guys, I will see you all next time. Bye!